We're on a Mach Pro 7.2 medium heavy 15-pound fluorocarbon test line on a 4/0 J hook, offset hook, however you want to call it. On a, I actually took off a little bit off, but it is a Gary Yamamoto 5-inch Senko on this is June bug, I believe. Can't remember the exact number, but I normally run a green pumpkin, which that one is a 297. Right now during a June bug, let's see what we can catch out here. I'm gonna creep up on these bass over here. They're usually up against the banks here. Nothing big. Again, my biggest one was about 5 pounds and it was on that side. See what we can catch here. A little small cast here. Little tip that I do is I let go of some line, reel it in, I put it on my hip. Oh, there's actually a bass right, oh no, looks like a sunfish, maybe a bluegill, right in front of me. There's a couple fish out here. No largemouth just yet. Just another cast. It's not too windy. There's some wind, not too bad though. Rod on hip. Oh, I got a strike. Got a fish. Got a fish. Got a, oh, come here. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Oh, I sideswiped them. Did I snag him? No, I didn't. Got him. Sweet. Look at that. Nice hook. Oh, relax. Relax. Nice little baby fish. Nice to start off the day. Nothing crazy. Okay, okay, relax, relax, relax. You did not want to get caught, huh? Okay, yeah, you just don't want to get caught. Well, too bad I already got you, so relax. Okay, I'm trying to do this the best way without getting hooked myself. This puppy is jumping all over. There we go. Gotcha. Right on the side of the mouth. Look at that nice hook set right there. Look at that. Nice and stuck. There we go. Look at that. Nice baby fish. Nice little youngin. Maybe I'd say, I don't know. This is a good 11 ounces. Not too heavy. I do have a scale with me, so let's throw her on the scale. Man, not even 5 minutes out here. First cast, well, second cast. Scale is at 0. Let's throw her on. Let's see what we got. Okay, I say 11. Look at that. 12 ounces. 12-ounce fish. Let's get a little picture for the gram. Okay, let's get over here where we can see it. It just went back down to 11 ounces. Nice little fish to start off. As Noah would say from kicking their bass, got the monkey off our back. Now, they say it's never good luck. And back you go. They say it's never good luck to catch right off the bat, but they say first cast. That was second cast, so we should be okay, right? Not bad, not bad. Okay, again, we are on a June bug Gary Yamamoto 5-inch worm. Now I did chop off some of the top because I had previously used it. Always check your line after catching a fish. Always check your line. Make sure that you don't have any kinks, anything like that, because you don't want to snap off on a good one. Man, that was awesome. Second cast and already had a bite. Already had him in. That is awesome. What else can you ask for? Well, mine is stuck right here. Looks like it might rip. Yeah, okay. We might have to re-rig a new one. That's alright though. We might just switch it off to the other side. That way it's not a big issue. Oh man. These things are super salty as well. Maybe that's why they like them so much. But number one lure, Roland Martin always says, number one lure around the world, 5-inch Senko. So how you Texas rig it, remember this is weightless, no weight. You can throw a weight with Senkos when it's not too windy out here. So right now it's not too windy. Always try to go weightless. It's a better presentation to the bass. But if you need some type of weight, a 1/16, 1/8, I personally go with 1/8, but anywhere with between 1/16 all the way to 3/8. I wouldn't go anything bigger than 3/8. But the smaller the weight, the better presentation. Or if you can go weightless like I am, even better, because it just floats down. Or it doesn't float, it sinks a lot slower and it looks a lot presentable. So what you do is you get your hook, get the top of your worm, you go maybe, I don't know, 3/8 of a way of the hook, come out, go all the way to the bend, twist it, and then you just lay your worm to the side and see where it ends. So as you can see, the hook ends right there, the bend right there, right on top of my fingernail, and that's where you're gonna hook, right where it ends on the bend. So again, put it at the bend, hook it through, and then it should be straight. It should be relatively straight. Okay, now to make it weedless, so you don't get caught at the bottom, you just pinch it or skin hook it, just like that, and now it's weedless. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna let it sink. I usually give it about, when you bank fish like this on the banks on the sides, I usually count to 10 seconds. So 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second, 6 second, 7 second, 8 second, 9 second, 10 second, and then I'll reel in. I just pop it up, and then again let it drop, reel in my slack. You want to make sure you reel in your slack, and again just slowly work that bait. There's different ways of working it. You can work it really fast, you can work it really slow. Just depends on how the fish are acting, you know, that day. So in this case, I was working it oh, the bass is right, he's right in front of me again. Look at that. Maybe you camera might not be able to pick it up, but he's right in front of me, like right there. I just flipped right in front of him. Let's see if he'll take it. Oh, come on. Give it a nice little tap. Little jerk. No, nothing. Okay, let's cast out there again. Rod on the hip. 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second. Oh, I got a strike, got a strike, got a strike. Oh man, he spit it. I didn't set the hook. I had too much slack. So that's what happens when you have too much slack. Look at that. Oh man, so if you have too much slack, that's what ends up happening. I had too much slack on my line. I could have reeled in more, and I would have been able to catch that fish there. But man, right away, these guys are really liking this worm. Remember, it's all about how you present the bait to them. You can throw whatever, you know. The fish, when they're hungry, they'll go for anything. So let's cast back out there again. 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, 5 second, 6 seconds. We'll stop at 6, reel in the slack, and then hold it again. 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, reel in some slack, bring it up, bring your rod tip up. I just bring it up ever so slightly, just enough to where the bait will come up off the floor and then just sink down. So what happens is it sinks without a weight. It does this, it shimmies down, and then you wait, you know, your seconds, and then you're reeling your slack, and then you bring up your rod. So what you're doing is you're bringing up your bait, and then as it falls down, it does that motion again, and that's what really attracts the fish. There we go. I got a strike, got a strike, got a strike. Oh man, where'd he go? Oh, I had a strike, I had a strike. He was biting it. Look at that, look at that. So when I first started fishing, man, I would see all these fishermen, Noah over at Kicking Their Bass, Tyler from TRF, Roland Martin, all these guys, YouTubers. Check them out. They have a YouTube. Check them out though. Anytime they would say, oh, I got a strike, I got a strike, I would wonder, I'm like, man, how do they feel it? Like every time I would come out, when I first started back in February last year, I wouldn't feel it. I would not feel it. And that's because, you know, you got to have the right equipment. Okay. So I wouldn't say I have the right equipment or the best equipment, because there's always stuff that's better out there, you know. But you know, this is a pretty good rod. I wouldn't recommend it. Wouldn't recommend this rod for your first rod, because this is more of an expensive rod. I bought this one at Cabela's, but my first rod was actually a Zebco, and I believe it was a 6'2" medium. And it's one that you can, it's a generic, you know, fishing rod that anybody can use. I think it was like $40 or $50. It already came with line, and I actually caught my first fish on that rod, and it was actually my PB. So PB stands for personal best, but my PB was actually my very first rod. And I remember this, it was super cold. Me and my cousin went out to fish at a different pond, and threw on a Texas rig. I was on the, I believe, a 1/4 ounce sinker, or a bullet weight, had a bobber stop, and then I was on a 3/0 EWG with a Zoom speed crawl. And man, I caught a big old female. I can actually bring up on the screen later today when I do the editing. I'll show y'all. Now some of you are looking at me like, how do you see it? How do you see it? Get you some polarized glasses. So polarized glasses, you can buy them at Academy, anywhere, Walmart. But these are polarized glasses. They have a filter that cut reflection out of the water. So right now off the GoPro, you might have a little reflection, but with a polarized glasses, these are Costas. These are pretty expensive. These are the glass. These are made out of glass, but you can buy some that are made out of plastic, which are a lot cheaper. But as long as they're polarized, you should be fine. And that just cuts out the reflection, and you can see better at the bottom of the water. We're gonna cast out again. 1 second, really my slack, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Now, the reason I fish with fluorocarbon is because fluorocarbon sinks. Let's keep fishing this way then. Right out that way. 1 second, 2 seconds. It's a pretty big bass. Might have to go back for my rod and try to catch him. I'll show y'all where I caught my big 5-pound female. She was up on bed, and that was last Monday when I caught her. Okay, 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, reeling some slack. Now I live right next door to this pond, so it's super easy for me to come out here. I just literally cross over the creek and I'm here. Here's a school of fish right there. I think they're bluegill maybe? Again, I'm not too sure what they are. I just know what largemouth bass look like. There's actually a bed right here, but I don't see anybody home. Let's keep casting out. That's all right. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna take off this Gary Yamamoto. I wanted to try something. So when I first started fishing, I bought some, I believe they're by Zoom or Yum. I can't remember who they're from. It might be Zoom. But this worm is still pretty good. It's, you know, it's not wasted. So what I like to do is I usually bring a little pouch with me, which I do have with me right now. Get some more. I'm actually gonna go with a green pumpkin Gary Yamamoto. Here's that green pumpkin Gary Yamamoto. Give me a sec. Let me grab this. Okay. Pop that open. Look at that fresh new Gary Yamamoto green pumpkin, $2.97. The reason I remember that number so much is because Roland Martin always says, #1 lure in the world, anywhere you go fishing, it's that green pumpkin, $2.97. $2.97. Great fisherman. That guy makes it look real easy when he goes out fishing. Okay, same thing, here it is. And now this is the tail of the worm. This is the top. The way you can tell is by the ends of it. So this is more tapered, thin. This is an open, more flat side on the top. And then you're gonna rig it up the same way. Get your hook, come at an angle, 3/4 or 3/8 of the way. Come up, go to the bend, stop at the eyelid. Okay, lay it down. Right about there. Bring it through, just like that. Make sure nice and straight. And skin hook it. Oh, I keep hitting these branches on me. Oh, now let's cast back out. Nice little cast, give it some line. See how long it takes for him to strike. It's usually fast, doesn't take much. Doesn't take much at all. What a nice calm day. Not too hot, not too windy. Let it sink 1 second, 2 seconds, 4. I went a little bit deeper, so it might take a little bit longer. But usually once you see your line, oh, I gotta strike, gotta strike, gotta strike. No, man. Oh, look at that. Man, I don't know what it is. It might be my hook set. I might not letting them take it long enough. I don't know. Let's try again. Tighten up my, let's keep casting out. Thought I had a fish. The way he bit, just felt like a big one. Bunch of little fish. Bunch of bluegill. I think they're bluegill. Okay, try it again. Nice little cast. Bring in my slack. Wait for that strike. Nice windy. You always want to go where it's not too windy, because usually when you're weightless, the wind picked up. So I think I have a fish. Yeah, got a fish. Nice little one. I buried it right when I was reeling it in. Right when I was reeling it in at the end. Oh man, I got him a nice hook set on the side. That sucker ain't going nowhere. Okay. It just stops flipping around. Look at that. Nice little fish. Again, oh my gosh, look at the blow up on that. I don't know what that was, but nice little fish. You always want to grab them. So another thing, when I was fishing, when I first started fishing, I didn't know how to hold them. So the proper way, I guess you could call it proper way. I'm still learning as I go. Remember, this is only my second year. Put your thumb right, I don't know if you can catch that. Put your thumb right next to their tongue there. And then your 2 fingers, you want to put them under these little, I don't know, it's not gills. There's like a little flap right there. Hold it like that. Now, anytime when they're little like this, you can do this, and that's fine. You don't want to break their jaw because it's really, sensitive. It could break. But when it's usually big fish, you don't want to just tilt it to the side like that. What you want to do is you want to put your hand at the bottom and help them, because that's a lot of pressure on the jaw. But let's get this sucker back out there. I'd say this is maybe a 8-ounce fish, not too big, but let's get him back out there. Nice. Thank you for the bite, buddy. Let's see if I can't. Boop. There he goes. Nice little fish. Okay. All right. Again, that green pumpkin, man. He did rip me off. Look at that. Oh, that's the only bad thing about these Senkos, that they're really soft. They work, they're effective, but they're really soft. Really soft. So you'll be going through these really fast compared to like a Strike King. Strike Kings are a little bit more not as soft, but they work. I mean, those things work. Really, it just depends on how you fish it. Again, you don't have to have the most expensive stuff. Can't believe I caught him towards the end. Caught him as I was reeling in. I didn't even feel the strike. It just felt heavy. Wow. Whoa, what the hell was that? Let's take some line out. And then, I didn't check my line. Remember, check your line. Another one. Another one. Jeez, right back to back. Back to back. Oh, this one. Look at the colors on this one. Look at the color on this one. Oh, man. Look, 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 look. Oh, look at that one. Look at that one. Look at that one. Oh, relax, buddy. I do feel a kink in my line, so I might have to retie here in a sec. Relax, buddy. Relax. Relax. It's not going to end good. It's not going to end good if you're flopping around. Now, if you get scared when they start jumping around like that, grab you a pair of, there we go. Nice fish. Right, look at that. Right on the top of his mouth. That sucker's on there tight. So let's go with this. I'll switch over to my left hand. Pop it out. There we go. Okay, this one's a lot bigger. Let's look at the colors on this one. Let's look at this. Make it fast. Because remember, rule of thumb, you went underwater. How long can you hold it for? Not that very long. So same thing with them. So get it, weigh it, throw it back in as fast as you can. So I'd say this one's a good, I want to say 10 ounces maybe at most. So we're going to turn on the scale quick. And there it is, 0. We're going to throw her on. And let's see what the cameras or the scale says. And this is, wow, a 14. Wait, no. Let it calm down. Okay. It says 12. 12 on the dot. Another 12er. Beautiful colors. Let's hurry up and get this fish back in the water. Okay. Thank you, buddy. There he goes. Right there. There he goes right there. Awesome. Wow. Man, perfect timing, man. Perfect timing. Okay, let's get my lures. I felt a nick earlier somewhere in the line, so I might have to retie, because remember, you do not want to break off on a big one. That's the last thing you want to do. Ow, I just hooked myself. Gotta be really careful. These are, these are the Gamakastu hooks. Really sharp hooks, really sharp hooks. 4/0. Really sharp hooks. Really careful with that. Okay. Yeah, this worm might be done for. We'll try to salvage it as much as we can. See if we can't save it for another cast or two. Okay. Yeah, but this worm basically is done. Look at that. This worm is almost done. Sucker's almost done. So I think I'm gonna end it there. Perfect timing for fishing. Come on out. This little pond's here in Mansfield, Texas. So if you have a rod, go out there and have fun. It's the most peaceful thing you can do to relieve stress, you know, just to get out and just have a good time. And number one thing is be patient when it comes to fishing. Now you saw here I got several bites back to back, but it's not always going to be like that. It's not always going to be like that, so you just have to be patient. Where did I leave that bandito bug? They might go for the bandito bug. One. Nice one. Buddy.